Right, so we've done that. We've gained the Lordvessel. There's one final thing we need to do with that before we truly begin the next stage of the game. In Firelink, this guy has now appeared. Let's say hi.
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the bell of awakening? I am the primordial serpent, King Seeker Fran.
True.
Close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has rung the
Done a
bell
lot
of
more
awakening.
than just that now.
I wish to elucidate your fate.
Yeah, I
and
know.
the very reason your kind have appeared.
A
Chosen
very, very
undead.
large snake man.
Your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn,
Yeah.
so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. Now, let us take that vessel on a journey. I assume that you are ready. Now, be still.
This is the only way to travel, guys, as you'll see. It's the best way. You don't need Ubers. I know, Artsin. They're great. Oh, he doesn't even charge, you know? Yep.
This is the Firelink Chamber for the successor of Lord Gwyn. Now, place the Lordvessel on the altar.
What I've done, that's played. That's good. Perfect ending. Lots of cutscenes today. But we've earned it. We've done really, really well today. We can sit back and watch a few cutscenes now. Directed by Michael Bay. Not enough explosions. He said as a giant bolt of light appears. He looks so weird with human teeth. Bit uncanny valley, isn't it? Right, yes, so all the locked golden doors will now, well, unlock. So we can now officially begin the second stage of the game. There's still a lot to do. You can rest at the Lordvessel and get 10 flasks out of it. So, we'll let Frant explain what we do now.
Very well. As King Seeker, I shall now instruct you, the
Where
Lord's
first of
successor,
kin? Yeah, that's the
in your
question.
next task. To achieve your fate, fill the vessel with powerful souls, commensurate to the great soul of Gwyn. Scarce few
France.
possess such brilliant souls. Grave Lord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, the 4 kings of New Londo, who inherited the shards of Gwyn's soul,
Lima snake ensues.
and Lord Gwyn's former confidant, Seath the Scaleless. All of their souls are required to satiate the Lordvessel. Are you ready? Then we shall return. Stay still for a moment.
Yeah, we get to go back in his mouth. So, as he says, we now have to kill a couple, well, 4, I think, off the top of my head, strong beings, acquire their power to then enable us to proceed, feed that power to the Lordvessel, which will let us open that great door to begin the end game and relight the fire. There's no set order we have to do this. We can do this, yeah, the Lord Soul Bearers, exactly. There's no set order we have to do this. So really, it's up to us. We can either go to the Catacombs, which was where those skeletons were. We can go back to Anor Londo and go through the upper area that was locked by the golden door before. We can go below here into New Londo. Or we can go back to the demon ruins. We've got to go kill a bunch of big bosses. What else? Well, yeah. Yeah. Very fair point, Jay. I vote Catacombs, Skelly-Mens. Isolith, get Fawn Armor early. We could go there for the fashion, yeah. But Catacombs could work. It is only right. It is right here, to be fair. The only risk with the Catacombs is it's best to try and get a divine weapon, because that stops the skeletons from coming back to life. But honestly, I'm not overly worried about them, so we could just risk it. And through all my playthroughs, I very rarely bother with a divine weapon. So I think I might do the Catacombs. Okay, let's do it then, guys. It's only here. I don't think I normally do the Catacombs first, so this will be quite unique, really. Wish me luck. Catacombs, Catacombs. Rite of Kindling too, yeah, very true. Not that I think... I don't often go with more than 10. Right, we remember how tough these guys were before. They're, if that isn't a great example of progress in Dark Souls, I'm not sure what is. Sure, they'll come back, but I'm not really worried about them. Right, through the graveyard and into the Catacombs. Let's explore a little, though. We got a big one. Oh boy. Yeah, I think we're gonna be fine. That snake's face is gonna haunt me forever now. I know, he's quite distinct. Oh my god. Well, we can get another scimitar if we want to go back to that. That feels quite nice. We did upgrade, but we still got our old weapon. That's really, really nice. But considering how this weapon's doing so far, I don't think we've got a lot to worry about. I don't think we're going to need to change weapons for a long time, if ever. So this will be a walk in the park. Well, let's not jinx it, right? There's other dangers in these catacombs. Like exploding heads that just come at you from nowhere. Oh, okay. Didn't mean to do that. But it looked pretty fancy, right? Yeah, there is a ladder, so we can actually go back the way we came, if we so wish. Yeah, we'll certainly get a kick out of this. Oh, yes. Wow, this is crazy, actually. Something exploding head. Yeah, pretty much, Kaiser, pretty much. My god, this is just crazy. So yeah, they are going to come back, but there is one way to deal with that. We have to find these sneaky necromancers. Once they die, the skeletons nearby to them will never return once you've killed them. Wow. Okay, he should be the main character, right? Tiny bit low on health. We'll find out. The Eyes of Skelly Boys. True. Right. I think we just carry on, really. We're not quite got enough for a level up, so there's no real reason to rest. Okay. Unfortunately, we cannot get at that necromancer right now. He's just a little out of reach. Unless we did have major ranged moves, but we don't. My God. It's definitely so far one of the most chill visits of the Catacombs I've ever done. He wanted to run, but we're not having that. Not a chance. Oh, that's really useful. So, this area is only going to get darker and harder to see. So having a lantern is incredibly helpful. I mean, we do have a flaming sword, so I don't expect we'll have to worry too much about visibility. But never hurts to keep your options open, right? Honestly, this part of the game I haven't played, like, obviously I've played it many times, but it is definitely an area I've memorized less. So I will probably miss some optional items and the like. Alright, this is the way forward. But there are other things to find around here. Can you be a necromancer, skelly friends? That would be amazing, but no. As Artson says, it's not a build in this game. You can serve the Lord of the Dead, Nito. There is a covenant for him, which we'll show today. And you can use like his sword and some unique spells, but none of them are like necromancy based. Wow, we get 2 now. That's a really nice feeling. He really wanted that parry on. Oh, wow, okay. Fair enough. So, yeah, as Artson was saying earlier, one of the perks of this, well, one of the features of this weapon is it actually does more damage based on how much humanity we've got in the top left. So if I did get as high as, say, 10, I think it caps at 10, we would do even more damage. So considering we're on 4, we're actually doing nearly half its maximum humanity damage output. So we're in a really good position. Wow, the AoE on that's bigger than I thought. Interesting, I'm half tempted to say you go down to the Titanite Demons Incense for more overkill. We could actually, that's a really good incentive. So we remember, guys, down below Incense, there's a lot of those Titanite Demons. So if we kill a load of them down there, we could probably max out this weapon. Because we clearly aren't doing enough damage. Jesus Christ. I must admit, we've got a real paladin vibe going here, haven't we? We're coming down to the Catacombs with a flaming sword to purge the undead. That's pretty amazing, all things considered. This was a great first choice for this weapon. A real warrior of sunlight, aren't we? Oh boy. We just got to be careful not to... We really don't care how many times we've got to kill them, do we? It doesn't even slightly matter to us. Right, there are some hidden areas if we... Yeah, go here. If you walk on some of the hollow graves, it caves in and we get to a lower area. Oh, God. That was unlucky. I don't think we need that, though, to be honest. Right. The one time I block it is when we have a statue that doesn't spike us. Classic. The pain. I know. That was a lot of stabs. Good thing we're wearing armor. I think we fall again. Yeah, there we go. Takes us back out here. It's a bit convoluted. Once again, it gets a bit winding. Stop getting hit by every spike. To be fair, though, do we really care? There we go. You can block it, see. You don't. It's not guaranteed damage. But realistically, it's not what I'm worried about. Okay, let's go forward. We'll just patiently wait for him. So this is why you would want a divine weapon. So even without the necromancers dead, it wouldn't keep killing you. They wouldn't keep coming back. Wow. So yeah, when they do that pose, you want to be careful. Acupuncture, yeah. The actual R1, like the range and the actual swiftness of it is really satisfying. And boss weapons don't generally get a massively good reputation in Dark Souls 1, but I gotta say, really enjoying this. Alright, let's kill this necromancer to stop these guys coming back all the time. I don't know how many skeletons we've killed at this point. Right, I'm gonna try a really tricky jump right now. Oh god, it's been a while. There's a ledge somewhere here that I need to try and fall on, but I can't honestly remember where it is. Too many re-dead Skelly-mans. True. The disappointment of the Dragon Slayer Sphere. So true, sadly. I'm trying to remember the way down here, guys. It's a little bit hard to see. There's an item there, but I don't think we survived that fall. They just want hugs. Anyone in chat remember where the ledge is? To make this a safe jump? Or can we just drop where that item is? Use the lantern. Good shout. We're gonna dequip this for now. Still a little hard to see, to be honest. It's not overly important. It is an optional area, but I could have sworn it's not normally this hard to see. What do you think, guys? Leap of faith? Yeah. Wow. Okay then. I don't think you'll die. We probably would have if we hadn't hit this ledge, but wow. Wing it without wings, I know. I think we'll survive now. Yeah, we're okay. These skeletons weren't, though. Right, we're now going to meet the final blacksmith in the game.
Be gone with you. You'll spoil my focus.
Skellybeard, yeah. The man himself. Again, not the most well... Oh, hi. And we've got a very conveniently placed bonfire here as well. And with that, we can start upgrading that endurance a little more. So, this guy... So, the other perk... A Cthulhu skeleton. Yeah, pretty much. So, the other perk of these other blacksmiths is... Remember, Andre wouldn't take some of the embers we gave him. These guys will obviously take them.
Why, you have an ember, do you?
As we can see.
Forget about it.
See, he doesn't deal with the one we have.
What has gone wrong with embers these days?
But Andre would probably do that one, etc. I think he takes the ember that lets us do fire weapons. But that's it, really.
I'm here to smith, not to chit-chat.
I'll be honest, he's one of the less used blacksmiths in
Coming
the
around here
game.
without a good reason.
Okay. Sadly, we've now got to face one of our least favourite enemies, guys, back from the Painted World. We've got another open, dark room filled with, you guessed it, the bone wheels again. My god, you forget how many there are. Chase them down. Ow. Thick bones. Not the last blacksmith, one in New Londo. True. Oh god. Oh boy. That was a scary ambush. These guys are used to flame. What can we say? There we go. We caught him. They get a bad rep. Could do with a spin doctor. Oh, Kaiser. He's got my favourite weapon. Kill him. You like that one? Yeah. You can tell it's an effective weapon, like, compared to, say, the halberd. Much harder to deal with. We actually... So, by going down to the blacksmith, we actually skipped a little bit of the catacombs. So, let's go back up briefly, just so we've thoroughly been through the whole area. But if we kept going that way, that would have been to the boss of this area. The perk of that is we get to kill the necromancer pretty much straight away, which will save us a lot of hassle. Black Knight Great Axe, it was good. You're an axe boy. I never used the Black Knight weapons. As I say, I really liked being able to put magical buffs on weapons. And you can't do that with any Black Knight weapons in this game, unfortunately. Having said that, this weapon is kind of its own buff, right? There's the ladder. They did change that in Dark Souls 2, though. They let you buff Black Knight weapons in that. Having said that, Dark Souls 2's balance is quite generally different, as we'll hopefully find out on the next game we play. Hopefully planning to go through all of the Souls games. It only makes sense. Oh! This is great. If we can kill him. Close. My god. I'm usually into great swords, but yeah. Fire Black Knight great sword with flame blade. That does sound cool. All the fire damage. Actually, yeah, that was what I used. Actually, I think it was the Black Knight sword, the normal Black Knight sword I used for Dark Souls 2. double sickles in any game. Sickles. Is there a sickle in Dark Souls 1? I think I have seen it in a Souls game. I would presume there's one in this as well, but that's definitely one I've never used. There are some other unique weapons with like these projectile effects, but they're going to be in the DLC, so they're quite a ways off. We could look at using that if we're tired of this blade by then. I'm not convinced we will be though, judging by how effective it is. There we go. Give me a staff and an army of undead and I'm happy. Yeah, never quite a army of undead, not really a build, but you can definitely be a mage with a staff. It's a very effective build in all the Souls games. It's kind of strange going the opposite direction, I must say. Gold Tracer, yep, that's the one. Okay, yeah. So the door, the control to turn this bridge the correct way is on the other side, but we skipped through. So that's going to be an interesting one. Treasure. We'll see. Wow. That Lautrec guy had sickles. Oh, you're right. Well remembered. Yeah, so there are those in the game. Oh, that's a really useful item. Very, they're not wrong. Ow. Not overly helpful, though. Ow. Being sniped constantly. Getting a bit low now. Yeah. Not wrong, Gartson. Can we not do that, please? Thank you. You know, it's been a long time since I was in this area. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah. You guys come on. Cannot remember where the necromancer is, guys. But that's okay. Ow. We're a bit lost here, I'm not gonna lie. I'm honestly gonna homeward burn that. After getting a bit lost, we decide that we need a bit of a lie down. So we go to the coziest part of the catacombs to do just that. See, in this area there's a load of coffins. But look, there's one with a prompt. We can nestle in this coffin. Because, you know, why not? It's cozy. You know, we've been travelling a long way. Why wouldn't you just jump in the nearest coffin, you know? And if you just wait a while, then something might happen. Yeah, exactly. Just a nice, relaxing rest in the middle of the catacombs. Maybe you're ill, having a coughing fit. Oh, Kaiser, you're on a roll today. I know, Jay. It's been a long week, but I'm glad you still have the energy. We need a pun limit. No, I could never put a pun limit in these streams. Right, we made it to Nito. His lair. It's going to be quite a change. We're going to go from the Princess's Guard to the Lord of Dead. There he is, resting in his coffin. We can now become one of those Gravelord servants, which, if you remember, guys, is the covenant that the game wanted me to keep invading. Anyone who is one of these Gravelord servants can get invaded by other players to try and rid them of the world, sort of thing. And we got a few items out of it. A Gravelord sword and a miracle, as I was saying earlier, so you do get some sort of necromantic, undead, sort of themed items. But no resurrection, unfortunately. We might... Oh, God. Let's do it. Gravelord sword is cool. It is very cool. Quite mean to go against, though, admittedly. And to get back, well, you know, you just rest back in the coffin. And they'll helpfully take you back. This is a running theme in Souls games, that you rest in coffins or various random things and get moved around the world. I'd love to know who thought up this idea and why, but it's great. You really look for it in these games. Of course, it's cool. It's just a dream. You could say that, yeah. Just a dream. Right, back through the Catacombs. Yeah, presumably the skeletons took me there and back. You don't see it in this game, so we can only really guess. But that would be the most logical choice, right? Right, is there a... Oh, okay then. I was hoping the head would explode on him, and it did. It's not a taxi service, it's just oh my God. Cab. So we don't really want to go through there again. You know, I really can't remember where the Necromancer is, guys. And we're kind of stumped that way. It must be back through here, right? Potentially. We must have missed something. Does anyone remember? Here we go. We were just very blind before. What can I say? To be fair to myself, it's very dark down here, and these aren't the kind of most memorable parts of the game. There you are. So that's kind of the challenge of this area. Lack of visibility combined with having to get those necromancers. Unless you prepare with a divine weapon beforehand. So this is a thing with Souls. There's lots of ways to tackle an issue. Wooden shield blocks of fire sword. I know, it just works somehow. There you go, Jay. We did it. We didn't let it happen that time. Oh god, hi. I think we're at the start now, you know, guys. Yeah. That's a nice little full circle, right? He was backstab fishing me hard, he was. It could have worked, you know. I could have fallen through that, fallen off that ledge earlier. Right. Let's keep going through. We're now not going to go to the blacksmith. We're going to go the standard route. I'll admit it is fun to come back here and kill all the skeletons again. Right, here we go. To be fair, I don't think his grass crest shield was ready for the flaming sword of death that is the Fury Sword. Try rolling. Shall we find out if true? Yeah. So as we can see, hints are sometimes extremely useful. We now unlock the next bonfire in this area. Let's keep leveling that endurance, shall we? Okay. Let's keep going through. We're getting the hang of it. Now we can finally do this bridge. Definitely had a moment. Shit, I made a mistake. He did. Look, he's an invader, you know. You can't expect honor. He invaded my world with the sole purpose to kill me. We sent him back in as ashes. No regrets. Okay, so now we've fully connected this area with the next one. And as we've killed the necromancer, we don't have to worry about these skeletons coming back. So with that done, I feel it's now time to attempt the boss of this area. Nope. Yeah, nothing, not yet, Artsin. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So there's actually two segments to this area. The Catacombs is kind of its own area with its own boss. And following that, we'll have the Tomb of the Giants, which is the final section of this part. We will hopefully be able to do both today. And that'll be a relief. Uh-oh. Well, there you go. His punch is better than my kick. We really fell a vast distance there, didn't we? Like, you won't demolish him. Well, you never know. You can't get too complacent with any enemy in this game. Except perhaps this boss, admittedly. There it is. I had a bit of a moment there. Oh god. Alright then. Let's activate this checkpoint. And face the second boss today. Bit of a change from Ornstein and Smo in more ways than you might think. I mean, you could say this boss is iconic, but for a very different reason, right? To Ornstein and Smo. Thank you, Jay. We kind of got used to them at this point, haven't we? Right. Boss is down here. So, let the drop commence. Famous for being a pushover. Yeah. I'm curious what this weapon will do to him, I'm going to be honest. So when we kill this guy, we can get potentially one of those free masks. I'm hoping we do, and I'm wondering which one we will get. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the boss fight. Blood, sweat and tears, that one. Oh, Mask of the Father. Okay. Not bad at all. Yeah. He's gonna melt. I give him 5 seconds tops. I know. Yeah. That's Pinwheel. Hope we enjoyed. Not quite the boss fight we were probably expecting, right? For people that haven't experienced this before. Yeah, I'm afraid so, Jay. Pinwheel is notoriously weak. Well, that was a long journey, but it's still not over, because now we face the Tomb of the Giants. It's darker and a hell of a lot nastier.